Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Dylan Hill, and we're back with another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we got the FXCNC levers in. These things are pretty nice. Let's see, this is how they're gonna look. I already took the stock ones off just to make this video a little bit quicker, but as you can see, these are already going to look a whole lot better. I'm excited to get these things on. I'll show you guys how I took these ones off. I think this is a pretty simple install. You just need a wrench, socket wrench with a 10mm bolt. Take the brake off. It's really simple. This goes in like this, and this, set this down. This bolt goes down underneath with this nut underneath here, and you just take your socket, loosen up the nut all the way, and then, I'm sorry, excuse me, this is the wrong one. This one goes over here. This is on the other side. And then once this is off, you just loosen this thing up. This thing pops out. Easy enough for the brake. Okay, let's keep everything together here so we don't lose anything. The clutch side is a little bit more tricky, but it's still not bad. Sorry for my garage. Temporary living situation for now, so a lot of this shit's not even mine. So for the clutch side, it's gonna go in like that. And first things first is you want to make sure that all these things are lined up, these grooves, and you loosen the nut, which is going to be here. You loosen that up, and then this bolt is going to be down like this, and you just push it down, loosen up the nut, make sure these are lined up. This comes out, flip the clutch upside down, and just wiggle it on out of there. Really simple. And then you want to make sure there's going to be this, this thing, and you want to make sure you keep it, because we're going to reuse it in the new clutch. So let's go put the brake on first, since it's a lot more simple. So that's going to be this one. We need this bolt and this nut. Make sure that that's all good. It's all greased up. Okay, so it's just gonna slide in like that. And you just kind of gotta wiggle it around, find the right position to get this thing in. Let's try about there. Let's hand tighten it. Okay, it's about as tight as we're gonna get hand tight with that sucker. Can't quite put the bolts on yet. Let's tighten this down. And it's very important to make sure when you're doing this that the same amount of pressure is on the brake from when you took it off. That way your brake is not constantly braking and your brake light is not always on. And we're going to check that once we get this thing installed. So okay, so that should be tight enough for now. Now we're just going to take this nut that we took off, guys, from the stock one, and we're just going to put it right back where we took it off from. We're going to put it finger tight. We're going to tighten this down a little more. Okay, this is as tight as that one can go. Now We don't want this one to go too tight. Like I was saying, I would suggest just past finger length. Or just past finger tight, I mean. We're gonna loosen this one up just a little. Okay. So it feels pretty tight. As you can see there, these ones are a lot different. You don't have as a lot of room. But let's see, make sure. Okay, see, brake light is not coming on unless I apply pressure. So, we're good here. You can hear the clicking. Everything's moving good. Might be a tad too tight, but should be okay. Now let's go over to the clutch side. Okay, so clutch side is a little bit more complicated, like I said, but we think we'll be able to manage. So, let's put our little cylinder thing back in here, like that. Let's grab our other, don't need to grease it up, it's still pretty greasy. Okay, now let's put the clutch cable in. You flip the clutch upside down and just, just slide it in and then slide it over like that. Flip the clutch over. And this is a really important part right here. You want to make sure that this plastic piece is pushed in all of the way. Otherwise, you're going to put this thing in and it's going to snap. So make sure this is pushed in all the way. It's very important. Make sure these things are lined up, the grooves. Come around the side. Pull this out just a tiny bit. Run it. Oh, fucker. Run it through it. There we go. Okay. Make sure everything's aligned. Just bring it on through. Looks like everything's good. Now this is where we have to push this in. So let's push this in. Oh man, come on. Let's turn the handlebars a little bit. This thing is not wanting to stay pushed in. This is kind of the tricky part, is getting that thing to fucking stay pushed in. Come on, man. Sorry guys, I'm trying to, there we go. So now it's all pushed in. Let's grab the bolt, push it down there. Okay, so everything seems to be good. I would say the hardest part of this so far has been making sure that that plastic piece is pushed in, that cylinder is all in there still, and then we're trying to slide it into position. Okay, now we're going to slide the nut that we took off from the stock one. We're just going to finger screw it on there. If I can get it on there. Okay, and there we go. Now this is another important part. You don't want want to make this too tight either, because you want the clutch to go all the way out. Okay, see how there's a little bit of play there? If you make it too tight, it's just going to stay, and you're going to smoke your clutch. So we do not want to make this too tight. I would suggest just barely over finger tight. Okay, so let's tighten this up. Push this down. Makes it a lot easier if you push this nut down while you're tightening this up. Okay. It's not quite on there yet. Okay. I think that's a little too tight. Let's loosen it just a tad. Okay, that looks good. Everything's moving smoothly. It's just past finger tight. Clutch completely disengages. We got a little bit of play like the stock does. Completely disengages now. You just want to tighten up the cable again. Tighten up the table. Tighten up this thing. And now it's simple as that. Clutch side is a little bit more difficult, but it's really not that hard. So again, all you need is a socket, 10mm bolt. I would use some pliers to get this thing off. This thing was really tight. I had to grab this thing and really get it off. I kind of actually messed up the paint a little bit, but that's okay. And then yeah, just make sure everything's in there, everything's tight, everything's smooth. Really don't gotta apply a whole lot of brake with this with these levers, but this is what they look like. They look a lot nicer. They got adjustments 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1's pretty close, 2's pretty close, 3, I think I like 4. Yeah. Alright. 4. This is what it looks like from the front. Now that they're installed, let's go test them out, guys. Alright guys, so we started the bike. We're back. We're gonna go test them out. This is how they look. They look so much better, man. These look so much better. I like the blue because they match the bike. I kind of played around a little bit in the parking lot before going out to the street. Clutch feels good. I don't know if I just have this brake too tight or if it's just the way it's made, but I can barely push it. We can barely pull it in, and it applies a lot of brake. I think it might just take a little second to get used to, but we'll see. Let's wait for this car to pass. Nice blinker. Alright. Oh my goodness, the sun's right in my eyes. Alright. See how this... Whoa. Oh, I gotta put the visor down, man. The sun's killing me. Well, so far the shifting definitely feels a lot smoother with them. We're just gonna take a little loop, test them out. I don't know what it is, but it's like every time I put a new mod on this bike, even though it might not make much of a difference, feels like it makes all the difference in the world. Like by just putting these two levers on, it feels lighter. The shifting feels so much better, man. I only shifted a couple times. All right, let's try the brake. Yeah, braking's not gonna get braking's gonna take a little bit to get used to with it barely coming in, but wow, this clutch feels amazing. I feel like I'm just shifting so much smoother with this clutch. It just looks so much better, man. These things look so good with that blue instead of those shitty long ass silver ones. Got them on 4. I think I'm gonna stay with 4. Yeah, these are nice. My bike is disgusting. Just washed it and already needs to be washed again. Okay, let's try this. I can barely bring the brake in. I guess it's not too bad, but what's this guy have? What is this, a Grom? No, that's not a Grom. I don't know what that is. Yeah, shifting feels a lot better on this thing, that's for sure. Let's get a ticket. It's a great idea. Good thinking, Hill. I would say I'm definitely happy with them. They're not very hard to install. The clutch just feels so good. They look a lot better. Damn it, I'm gonna miss this light. You know what? Actually, now that I'm starting to use the brake a little bit, it feels so nice too. Let's get another look at them. Goes with the blue. Yeah, I love them. I love them. There's a squid. Squid with no helmet. Another beautiful night here in Boise, Idaho. If you guys made it this far in the video, thanks for watching, man. If you felt that this video was helpful, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions or anything like that, let me know. I'll help you out. And we're gonna see if we can. Oh shit. Let's say that's my kryptonite. It's fucking... I don't know why I do that so much, man. I shift from first to neutral in a situation like that, and it just looks like an idiot. Oh yeah, the bike's got 537 miles on it. First service. I just made the appointment today. I can't get in until October 22nd. So I got a whole damn month till my first service. It's gonna be like so cold by then. But I'm definitely gonna do a video for that. I asked the guy just to make sure, is that alright if I go over 600 miles without having a service? He's like, yeah, it should be fine. But yeah, like I was saying, guys, thanks for watching. If you like the video, you find it helpful, subscribe to the channel, like the video, really helps me out. We're up to 125 subscribers, and I love all you guys, man. It's awesome. Actually, real quick, there's one thing I want to talk about. One dude commented on my videos, and he's like, I love your channel, man. I support you, and you motivated me to be a rider. And like, that is just so awesome that I motivated some dude to start riding with no experience too, man. That's what this channel's gonna be about. So I'll talk to you guys in the next one, man. Dylan Hill out.